Hi guys, welcome to Bookish Shayla. Today we are going to do my April How to Kill a Kit with Style wrap up. For those of you who might not know this, I take 4 of my old Close to My Heart kits, and guys, I have been getting Close to My Heart collections for 10 years, or more, actually more like 12. So I had plenty. I still have plenty, but I pick 4 of them. I just take my 4 oldest ones and I do as many layouts as I can with those 4 kits. So the first kit I had was my hopscotch, and this is all I have left. I have some stickers left. I have some scrap cardstock and a little bit of scrap pattern paper. I only did one layout with this. I did not have a whole lot of this kit anyway, and so I only got one layout from it, and this is the layout. This is my daughter and her classmate and one of the foreign exchange students that we had that year. This is my daughter's senior year, and this was senior skip day. I used a bunch of the stickers on this. I cut some or punched some stars for it. These were stickers. I added some gold gems. This was for the 12 Days of Spring Scrap Lifts, day 11 from the Scrap Squad over on Facebook. And this was also one of my 52 weeks of favorite everyday photos. So there's a process video for this one. So I got one layout out of that collection. And to tell you the truth, I'm going to keep the paper scraps, but I'm going to throw these away. I have one bracket. What am I going to do with one bracket? I have 2 of these quote things, and I just can't see me using them. I have a bunch of the mustaches. I have no idea what I'd use with that. I have one of the calendar things, and then I have one of these great big ones, but I've decided I'm just going to throw those away. Next up was my For Always collection. No, La Vie en Rose collection. This is what I have left. I still have one piece of 12 by 12 pattern paper, so this is technically not completely killed. Actually, that might not be cool, but I still have the foil tape. I still have some of the stickers. Let me take these out. I have a few of the stickers here and quite a few stickers on this one. I also still have some of the chipboard. I probably won't keep the bow ties, but I'll keep the rest of this. Now I might keep the bow ties of these because I could use them on one of my son's layouts. I had some flair and I used all of those. And then for pattern paper, I have cardstock wise, I don't know why this is in here. I have some white cardstock that will go in my cardstock scraps. Some black cardstock, which will also go in my cardstock scraps. I also had some of this berry colored. I will throw away these smaller pieces, but I will keep this one. I had some zip strips. These will get thrown away. I have some of this. I'll throw the little piece. I'll keep the big one. I have some of this floral. I'm going to throw away this piece. I will keep this one. And this is the one 12 by 12 piece I have left, and I will keep it, but I will put it in my black and white section. And again, I only got one layout from this one. This is the layout. This is my daughter at a prom her senior year. This was not her prom, it was his. We don't talk about him. Kind of like we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about him. We don't even say his name. He made my daughter cry on her 18th birthday, so we don't even say his name in my house anymore. Anyway, Mama Bear, just a little bit. This was for Sketches in Time. This is also a Facebook group that you can get sketches, one a week. And this was sketch number 655, which was the April 1st sketch. I did not have a process video for this, but I used these. This is a sticker. This is that gold foil. These are the flare. This was a sticker. These were all stickers. These were all stickers. Then I pulled some flowers in, as you can see, and I used some gold stickles for some, I need to glue this at some point. Let me just do that now. I used some gold stickles for some dots, and this was a color cast design. It says, I don't know if you can read it. It says Unstoppable. So, but yeah. Well, now it's going to stick. It wasn't sticking, and now it is, now that I was going to glue it. So this was the only layout I got out of this. Next up, oh, I'm running over something. Oh, it's just my trash bag. Sorry about that. Next, I have my Snow Haven collection. I had some, what were these? Oh, these were some resin pieces, and I used all them. The compliments, which were chipboard, I used all them. So those go in the empties pile. For scraps, I have, for cardstock, I have a piece of red, I will keep it. I have a piece of gray, I will keep it. I have another piece of gray, I will not keep that. And then I have a little piece of red, I won't keep that. For pattern paper, I have this big piece. I love this piece of paper, and it's black snowflakes. I will keep that. These little ones, I have a zip strip. I have just some little ones. I won't keep those. This red, I will keep this big piece. This black with the blue polka dot, with that, I will keep it. And I'm going to throw these away. And I had one piece of blue cardstock left over. I will put that with my blue cardstock. And I got a couple of layouts with this one because there was quite a bit in that. There was quite a bit of pattern paper in that collection. So this one was one of the 52 weeks of favorite photos. So there is a process video. I used, no, it wasn't. This was Mix It Up Monday, but I did, and 52 weeks. So it was both of them. This was the Mix It Up Monday sketch that Tara picked for us. And I used that pattern paper. These were zip strips. This was one of the chipboards. This was one of the resin. This was one of the resin. Then I pulled some stickers from a photo play collection. This is a Scrap and Happy Studio flare. This was a cutout from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. This and this were Color Cast Design or Pear Tree. I can't remember which one. And then I added some twine. I used a stencil. This says Staying In. I used a stencil with Vicky Booten, I think. Then some splatters. There's also some other stenciling down there, if you can see that. And then I had some enamel dots. So that was one layout that I did. This is the other one. This was for Getting Messy with Scrappy Kathy. She wanted us to scrap lift this layout of hers. So you can't see it very well, I noticed, but this photo, and there is a process video, so you can go check it out. But this photo mat, I used a brayer and did 2 different colors of ink, Close to My Heart inks. And then I also did some stenciling with a stencil butter. I cut out some holly leaves with a die. These were actually flare from another, what is it? Deer. I can't remember. No, snow pine, or white pines. Close to My Heart collection. Some red enamel dots. This was one of the resin from the Snow Haven collection. These were both zip strips. This was the last of the chipboard that I have. And this was my daughter in, I think, February. Do I have the date on here? I do not have the date on here. I need to stamp the date on here. But this was, I think, February. It got really, really cold on her college campus, and this is her all bundled up, ready to go to class, and this is one of her sorority sisters. So that's what I got done out of that one. And then the last kit I had was Pathfinders, and I, again, did not use up all my paper with this one because there was quite a bit of paper left in it too. But let me show you what I have left. I have some bling gems, which look like that. I did use up all there was one piece of cork left, and I used up all that. I have some chipboard left. I will probably keep this because I do have quite a bit of paper and large scraps that I could use. So I will probably keep this and then keep this in it. But there's these left. For cardstock, I have this. I will throw away this little piece. I have a little piece of green I'll throw away. I'll throw away this little piece. Even though I'm keeping the collection, I'm going to get rid of these little bitty pieces because there's just no use for them. I have this brown, darker brown. Is that all the cardstock I have? Yes, scrap-wise. Other scraps are these pattern papers here that I have. This is a zip strip. I will keep it, but the rest of these I'm going to throw away. I have this piece of paper. I have some more little pieces that I'm going to throw away. I have this big piece and this big piece and this big piece. I'll throw this one away. These pieces. That's the zip strip that I keep. This piece. And then I have one piece of pattern paper that's the leaf. And then one piece of this orangish cardstock. So like I said, I will just keep all of this together. Oh, except I have some going one way and some going the other. Let's just do that. So I will put this all back in the kit. And I will probably put it in with my fall instead of back into with my Close to My Heart stuff. And this is the layout I did. This is my daughter. She was doing some little photo shoot in a pumpkin patch. I used, this was for Scrap-a-Lift Crafternoon. And this was the layout that we lifted. I did the circles. You can see I kind of did, I did some stenciling with these leaves. I added, so these are the bling. That's chipboard. This and this, the butterflies and the leaves, the mushrooms and the wheelbarrow, all these acrylic pieces. Love this so much. And Time with Nature, plus this Follow Your Own Path, this love, and these two mushrooms. Those are all Bramble Fox. Then I added some acrylic flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. This is chipboard, and that's chipboard and that's chipboard. That's all chipboard that was from the collection. I told you what all that is. And this wood veneer, it says, I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers. This is from Color Cast Designs. So that, and I used some Bramble Fox cutting dies along the end of it and some splattering. Now, last month I told you that there was one kit that I didn't quite kill But I had the pictures coming in and I knew I was going to use that kit and I would kill it at that point after I did that layout. I was going to go ahead and show you that layout. Here it is. It was a birthday layout. This is my son's 14th birthday. This was the Make-A-Wish kit, like I said, that I had last month. I did some viewfinders. I pulled out a title from a Thickers and I cut a tag and I just layered up my pictures. This was using this paper issue sketch from April 9th. I also did some packaging technique and some splatters with the ink, and I did a little border around with a pen. So, not counting this one, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layouts using my kits this month. I might even keep out this, kind of like I did that confetti or Make-A-Wish or whatever. I keep calling it Make-A-Wish, but now that I think about it, I think the actual name of it's confetti. I think I may just go ahead and keep this fall one out and try to use it up this next month. I'm going to do May I Scrap Lift You. I'm not going to have a video every day because May, with it being the end of school, it just gets really busy. Plus, I'm going on vacation in May. And so I'm going to try to get a lot of the layouts done over the International Scrapbook weekend. I'm going to a crop. So I'm going to take page kits with those layouts, but I'm not going to have a video for every one of them. But I think I'm going to use that kit and try to get it used up this next month. So that is my How to Kill a Kit with Style for April wrap up. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button down below. I will have a video tomorrow with my May kits, so come back then and I will see you next time. Bye guys.